Hi everyone! I want to say hello to the quail today and give you a little update of how everyone in here is doing. So as of today, we are 4 weeks old. And that's it. I mean, brick for scale, but brick predominantly so they don't knock over their food before they get to eat it. But they're all very skittish. They do not like being picked up. But you can see that additionally, with the door wide open, as long as I'm not trying to catch them, they're definitely not trying to get out. But even if I am trying to catch them, they're just huddling in the back corner. The reason I wanted to do a quail update today is because while I was making lunch today, I heard someone crow. I don't think they're going to do it right now, but that is kind of early. We don't expect those sorts of signs, like egg laying and crowing, usually happen around the same time. And I would bet that it's this precocious one right here. My feisty bird, who hatched first, is definitely a rooster, and that showed first. And who is the biggest? This is a hen. So, my little handmade water hanger. I think we did a brief update on this, but not with it open. So it probably helps to see. This is a old piece of shelf. Everything here is scrap. This is an old piece of shelf, and it is here simply to distribute the weight so that I don't damage the wire, but I can still hang it wherever. And then that stays really clean. I only have to update their water every couple days. And I've been shaking the food container to align the food in front of the openings. This is more of an adult-sized food container, but as far as how often I have to check on them, the one thing that gets messy, and I'm going to show you its current level of mess, is the sandbox. I have been needing to, and what I do is I tip it to one side and I shake it and then take the lighter stuff sifts to the top and I take it off with a shovel and then re-up it with sand. I think that's sufficient. I hope so. Seems to be working at any rate. I don't have a whole lot of sand, and as you might have seen in yesterday's video, my electric bicycle has kind of conked out for a minute. I gotta do some maintenance, so there will be some CX2 cyclomatic folding electric bicycle videos coming up soon too. Those are really popular, so hopefully people will enjoy that, or at least find them useful, if not enjoyable. It's kind of harder to tell what noises are quail in here. Oh, are you up? Now you're down. Okay. It's fine. I'm not going to grab you. You're fine. They don't like that I'm inside their cage. It's kind of hard to tell which ones are the outdoor birds doing outdoor things and which noises are the quail now that we're outside. The pan underneath does get messy, but it doesn't smell at all. So that's wood chips under there. And once it does start to smell, then I will just throw some more wood chips on top for a little bit. Or dump it and refresh the wood chips. Dump it into my compost, because that's excellent compost. But so far, they are really easy to care for now that they're adults. Well, teenagers. They say they don't end up being full size until 8 weeks. But at 8 weeks, you can treat them as meat birds at that point if you want to. And at 6 weeks, the hens start to lay. Now that I've heard one crowing, I really need to start to think pretty strongly about how I'm going to separate roosters out so that there's not more roosters than hens. Because I'd kind of like to see if I could maybe cycle a bit, but obviously that hardy, feisty rooster that doesn't mind me grabbing it so much, who just crowed this morning, is some pretty strong genetics there. I'm not knocking it. That's some pretty strong genetics there. But it would be nice to be able to finish growing out the other two to full size at least. Ha! So it's coming up a long time I'm thinking I'm going to make a quail tractor and then have that out in the yard. And then that'll be my option for if the hens get exhausted with having a rooster in with them. Then they can either go out on the range or the rooster can. But yeah, it'll be good to grow the flock a bit, because what you really don't want to do is put any bird by itself for a prolonged period of time unless it's on the doorstep of death, because they stress themselves out so bad that, yeah, they could definitely die from just the stress of being alone. The Goldens look really similar to me. Now they're getting to be closer to the same size. The biggest Golden is the hen, but they're all starting to catch up and be about the same size now, so I'm a little confused. I think the one that just came from behind the water bottle there is the hen. Right here. So, yeah. Well-behaved little birds. I find them very easy to care for. You could keep them 100% in a hutch like about this design for their whole lives from after they're old enough to be outdoors, and they'd be perfectly fine with it. You do have to have some roof, but I have a porch here, and the water's not going to get in here, so they're fine. Yeah, I'm rather enjoying it, and you can see even with me, a good 6 feet back, and nowhere near the door, they're not trying to get out. They don't have much interest in that, so it's been easy. Just switching their food and water every day. All right, honey pennies. You want to say bye? You gonna start producing the next generation soon? Maybe you will. All right, I hope everyone's doing well. If you want to continue to follow along with my quail journey, this is my very first experience with quail. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, hit bells, comment, ask questions. If I don't know, I will probably find out soon. And yeah, I'm looking forward to having you along. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.